That was very important to us as we embarked on doing the VR product is working with the social screen. We wanted the VR experience to be less antisocial and more social. With PlayStation, we're very family oriented. We wanted to make sure that in the living room, you can play with your family, you can play with your friends, and you can each be playing at the same time rather than taking it in turns. So for us, the social screen was a very, very important aspect for the product. The social screen allows us to do head-to-head, 1v1, so that's multiplayer, two-player game, but also the important thing, of course, with any game is that we have a campaign mode. We developed a campaign mode that allows us to take a journey with 9 different commanders through a story of mercenary intrigue, developing story and unfolding story to find out who are the good guys and who are the bad guys in the League of War. This is League of War VR Arena. The arena speaks to the fact that this is tabletop gaming. This is tabletop gaming at its best. What we wanted to do is we wanted to create this virtual reality environment, the kind of environment that you always wanted when you were a kid. I want a tabletop, I want to put units on that tabletop, and I want them to just duke it out on the table in front of me. I want to see awesome explosions, I want to see cool effects, I want to see lasers, I want to see smoke. I want to see a full-on battle taking place right in front of me, and I want pieces flying in the air and almost hitting me in the face. Of course, it's virtual, so it doesn't matter, right? So we're really immersing you in a virtual environment. You don't move in this environment. What you do is you're standing there at the table playing against the person at the other end of the table. You're each launching units against each other, and it's a game of strategy. Now, initially, it's an awful lot of fun because you can just pull any unit you like and place it on the battlefield and send it trundling down. It'll do some damage. You're looking there to take the base down of your opponent, and that's the basic rule. However, there's a lot of deep strategy to the game. For instance, certain units are quicker to charge and get deployed than other units. If you want, you can stop the charging process, and when you've stopped the charging process on 3 units, you can direct the charging to another unit and have that unit come out a lot faster. These are more deeper strategies. Also, which units are good against others. It's kind of clear to most players that infantry can target aircraft, and so getting the infantry out quickly is a great antidote for aircraft, and they can render aircraft quite useless. But if you don't have infantry ready, or you're focusing too much on your tank, then you may be in trouble. What we're seeing here, right now behind me, is the city environment playing out between Haraguchi and Chang. These are 2 of the mercenary commanders. And what's happening is we're looking at social play at the moment. So what we're seeing is we're seeing the battlefield as played by the social player, whereas the headset player is having a completely different view where he is immersed into the world. This means we can see exactly what the VR player is doing, and we can see what the social player is doing. So it gives a great kind of spectator angle to the game. Fortunately, our designer is playing the game, and he's giving the player an easy time here, and I think he's throwing the game deliberately just to give it a much better experience for the player. The campaign starts you off with very, very easy levels, just to get you into the game, get you understanding how to play with your family, play with your friends. It's very, very easy to get in and just start playing and having that VR experience. It was very important for us to create a VR experience that's fun and comfortable for people. We feel we've achieved that. We also created a VR experience that's very analog. We feel that we've achieved that. You can pick up units and place units, and it feels as natural as if it was in the real world. So we've created a VR experience for people to enjoy, to get into, and just have fun without feeling the pressure of doing anything. It's obvious to them that you can pick up a unit and place it on the battlefield, because that's obviously what you do with a unit when you see it there ready to go. So you place the unit on the battlefield, it trundles off and it does its damage. There's 5 different units in the game. We have ground troops, we have tanks, artillery, air units, and recon. Each of them have their strengths in a kind of rock, paper, scissors type scenario, and you need to watch what your opponent's putting out on the battlefield, and you need to see what you're going to choose to counter with them. Another strategy element of this game is that with the VR you get very, very analog targeting, which means when you pick up your unit you have a laser pointer that will easily show you exactly who you're targeting with that unit. Given that you have that unit targeted, that gives you an advantage because you can pick out specific enemy to take out that you're worried about being able to break your front line. However, the social player does not have to pick up units and is not able to target units. So that would sound like it's a disadvantage, but in fact it is an advantage. The social player can get units out very, very quickly. By using the DualShock controller, you just deploy a unit immediately. You select it and it goes. So you have a speed advantage over the VR player. The player has a targeting advantage over the social player. So this creates a really, really, really fun metagame when it comes to having the two-player arcade experience. It looks like there's a full-on battle raging here. Now, at any time, Mike can switch out of the cam and have a quick look at the battleground and see what's going on. See how the land lies. Maybe fly back into the...
Impossible!
So what Mike did then was he just used the spectator cam to have a look at the battle and see what was going on, see if there was anything he needed to tend to. Fortunately, as I said, Mike's the designer of the game, so he doesn't really need to analyze too much. We have 5 different battlefields that you unlock during campaign mode. We also unlock 3 different hangars, which are environments in which the game takes place. These are all things to find. Obviously, we have trophies, and we unlock signature units as we defeat each of the commander's campaigns, and these signature units can be used in custom squad.
You must have cheated! You laugh every time.